Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and today I'm doing a quick review for X-Force Genesis on the Xbox. Let's take a look, shall we? X-Force Genesis is a sort of vertical scrolling shoot 'em up game. Basically a good old shmup, and you know I am a lover of shmup games. Now, this is described as a game that brings back all the charm of the shmup games of the 80s and early 90s. It's a frantic and chaotic space shooter created from big and beautiful graphics with insane boss battles. Embark on epic battles and stop enemies from establishing a military base in orbit around X planet. So in this game, you will fight your way through 5 levels, facing off a variety of different enemies, as well as bosses at the end of each stage. You will also be able to upgrade your ship with improved abilities and weapons, and there are multiple modes of difficulties. So, what did I think of this game? Honestly, it's one of those games where it's not bad, it's just not great. Now, it doesn't include a ton of content, so there are only 5 levels to work through, and to play the higher difficulties, you do unfortunately have to finish the easy mode first. Now, the enemies come in the same waves every time you play, so it's not sort of randomised or anything like that, so they're always going to come in the same direction and stuff like that. And the main issue I found with it is the boss fight. So when you're playing the normal game, you can sort of avoid the enemies pretty straightforward, but when you get to a boss fight, you seem to just have no way to sort of avoid their damage at times, so you're going to take damage and you're going to die pretty easily. Now, every time you die and you've played the game, you do get points that you can spend, like currency that you can spend on these upgrades. These upgrades include special abilities, better shield, better health, which is funny that the game features more upgrades than levels, but the less said about that, the better. The game does feature like cool sort of 3D bosses and stuff like that, which I don't mind. Like I say, I quite like the bosses, but like I say, you end up having to play over and over again just to get leveled up enough that you can pass on to the next stage and stuff like that. It's not on skill. It seems to be more on having as much updates and like upgrades as possible, just so you can survive. Now, the game sounds great. It's got a decent sound to it. However, other than that, it's not bad. It's just there's not much memorableness to it. You're not going to go, ooh, I remember this game. It's got nothing sort of that jumps out as sort of like classic levels that will sit in the back of your mind for years to come. It's just a sort of bland space shmup. It's not bad in sort of any real way. It's just bog standard, and that's its biggest issue. Now, achievement-wise, it is super easy to get all of the achievements. They're basically linked to sort of enemy kills and stuff like that, so you can easily get the 1000 gamer score in under an hour. You don't even have to finish the game. You can literally just replay the first level over and over, and you would eventually get the 1000 gamer score. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but for achievement hunters out there, it's definitely worth remembering. Now, X-Force Genesis was released in 2022, and it's developed and published by Cube Games, who were kind enough to send us a copy for this review, so big thank you to them for that, as I am always down to play a shmup, good or bad. Now, it's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles. It's also available on other devices and Steam, and it's priced at £5.79 on Xbox. Now, like I say, it's an okay shooter with very easy 1000 gamer score, so achievement hunters out there, go crazy. It doesn't do anything really wrong. It just doesn't do anything sort of new, fantastic, or outstanding. It looks okay, it sounds okay, it plays okay, like control-wise and stuff. It's just a little underwhelming, especially with the boss fights and stuff like that, because you feel like all you end up doing is getting hit by the boss, which you can't seem to avoid, having to die, spend your points to upgrade, and start again over and over. But other than that, like I say, if you're into your shmups and you want to get this on sale or something like that, or you just want it for that sweet, sweet 1000 gamer score, definitely check it out as it's available right now. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you very soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.